Hi, beautiful.
Hi, honey.
So this episode is going to be dedicated to this TikTok here that you brought, not necessarily for a TikTok teardown, but it is one that we're going to dissect.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how we fall in these, questions that he's going to ask. I'm also curious to see, are we really fulfilling each other's needs in the ways, that work best for us?
So this is from Therapy Jeff on TikTok. It's 12 things you should already know about your partner 6 months into a relationship. Let's listen to it.
12 things you should already know about your partner 6 months into a relationship, and they should know about you. If you don't know these things, don't freak out. Just ask each other. As a couples counselor, I feel like these are some important basics that you'll want to build on as you continue your relationship. If you and your partner can answer 9 out of 12 correctly, you're doing great. What makes your partner laugh and cry?
What makes you laugh and cry? So you laugh at like dark humor and things that are not supposed to be funny. Like the more offensive, the better for you.
I love you. That is so real.
And then you also laugh when other people make you laugh, and it's like genuine. Like, I respect you so much because you have to genuinely earn a laugh from you. Like, you won't laugh if it's not funny.
You laugh at references. That's one of the biggest things for you. If you can nail a reference down,
Yeah.
you howl at that. And you laugh and cry about like past situations. Like you think about a lot of the fun things you were in before, a lot of your Terica stories, and even stuff that even memories now that we've gathered.
Yeah.
And we sit there and we laugh. You can't grab it like Trump.
Basketball
Barbie. Like, we have these memories now that you think about it.
You didn't let me do your cry one.
Oh, okay. Go on.
You cry. Well, so you don't cry very often. But you cry during a couple of times. You feel hurt when the people that you love are hurting. And depending on who it is, you'll cry about someone that you love.
Yep.
And then you'll cry about things that impacted you emotionally. Like, sometimes it'll hit you, and then you'll have that moment where you'll, like, cry it out, and then you'll keep going. But when something hits you that you are not fully prepared for, that's when you cry.
You cry when the pain that you deal with normally is 20 to 30 to 50 times worse than what you ever can deal with.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. And you also cry and have moments when, same thing, the people that you love are going through something. So if Terica is stressed out, you're stressed out.
Yeah.
And if she cries, you cry.
That's facts.
So that's a good one. We know what each other laughs and cries at.
All right. That's a 1 for 9.
1 for 9. We're doing good so far.
All right,
What are they
very good.
passionate about?
What are they passionate about?
So
I'll answer yours.
Okay, go.
You're passionate about books.
Yeah.
You're passionate about your love for me, how you love and how you take care of me. That's a big passion of yours.
Yeah.
You're passionate about your closest family, the people that have shown you support and the people that you have girls trips with.
Yeah.
You're passionate about those people. You're passionate about your best friend, who, that's your literal right arm.
Yeah.
You're passionate about friendships that you have cultivated and you've been able to maintain. For instance, the snack pack.
Yeah.
Those are some of your passions that I can think of right off the top of my head.
I agree with those. Definitely. For you, you're passionate about your mom and your brother and family. family is really important to you. And I love even the people that you've, made into family, like Malik and Adam, Miguel. They're your family, and you ride for them like no one else, and I respect that a lot. Um, but you're also passionate about things that you believe in. So if you are talking to someone and they disagree with you, and you have a healthy debate, you really stand by something if it's what you believe.
Oh, 1,000%.
Um, you're passionate about music and everything that goes into creating music, writing a song. You're so passionate about like the technical details of audio, and you can
Yeah.
spot audio mistakes like nobody. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I love you.
I love you.
You're so great.
And then me, you're passionate about me, and it's crazy because when you decided that you were ready and you were like all in, I wasn't fully prepared for what that meant or the amount of love I was gonna get, from you. And you're passionate about Rufus and your love for him and his ability to protect us and how he's just ingratiated into our lives like he's always been there. It's almost like
That's
I don't
true.
remember a time when he wasn't.
So real.
And then
It's kind of weird to think that I was here a few months before without him.
yeah, and now we've had him for almost 8 weeks.
Wow. Holy crap, next week will be
Yeah,
8 weeks.
that's nuts.
Wow.
And then the last thing I'll say is that you're really passionate about your best friend. Tanisha, you would take a bullet for her, and you have such respect for her. And I'll say, like, your respect for her, your mom, my mom, your aunts, like, you support women in a way that I appreciate.
Thank you,
Like,
honey.
you support, especially women in radio. You give your radio women friends so much, support and so much credit, and I love that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for noticing that. And I'll elaborate on that another time, but the short of it, it's because of how male dominated that industry is. And if you can break away, I love that so much. All right, here we go.
How did their family affect their growth?
That's a deep one. That's like 5 episodes.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this short, and I'll go first. So the few things that I'll mention is that your mom raising you the way that she did and allowing you to be 100% honest with her and full transparency, I mean, that shaped you into this really independent guy. You're a go-getter. You, again, have mad respect for all the women in your life. And you're not afraid to show that. You've learned, watching your mom, watching your aunts, you've really learned, what kind of marriage you want to have, what kind of partner you want to be, what a good man looks like. And they really helped shape that.
You're nailing it.
You being an older brother and being as close with your brother as you are helped shape your relationships with your male friends that you got. And now, they've become like brothers to you. And you, really step into that big brother role and people come to you for advice. And I mean, it's just so much. Like, your family's done so much to make you the great person that you are.
Your family, specifically, rest in peace to your grandma. Your grandma taught you how to be a loving and accepting person. That's big. No matter all the BS that, you went through and that people and how people treated you, you learned from your grandma specifically, and I want to highlight her because she really taught you how to look beyond the issue and see people for who they are.
Yeah.
I also think that your family has taught you in a way how to love from afar, how to still respect those who are around you and those you came up with, but, not hold them completely close.
Yeah.
And that's really healthy for other relationships when, people... We've talked about this, and was one of the biggest things that we talked about when we got together. It was how we share that feeling or make that ability to make people feel like they know us and they're close to us without knowing anything.
Yeah.
And I think that skill came from some of the hardships that you had to face in your family.
Yeah.
How's that?
It's good.
For an answer.
I agree.
All right. Next one.
What makes them mad?
What, 3 for 3 now? 4 for 4?
I think that was only 2. Was it 3?
I believe so.
Okay, so it was 3. 3 for 3.
Okay. What makes you mad? I think people who really try to insert themselves in your life when they are not wanted. People who feel like they have access to you and they act like they know you without actually really knowing you. That really annoys you. When people aren't on top of the things that they need to be doing, and then they put the blame on you as if you're the one who messed up.
Yeah.
It just happened with your complex.
Yeah.
It's like, you did what you needed to do. You're responsible, and you're responsible, but then they try to pin it on you as if you're the problem. So I think those are the few things that come off the top of my head that make you mad.
I agree. For you, stupid people.
People, but specifically
stupid people. Like, it's so interesting because you have the ability to think in black and white. Like, for you, something either is or it isn't. There's no in between. And so when people do stupid things around you, you just look at them like, you knew either this would happen or this would happen. Like, I don't feel bad
almost
for
every
you.
time.
You're like, I don't feel bad for you. And it makes you so mad because then you've talked to them and you can't ever get that time back. People who are spineless make you mad. You can't stand it when someone is just complaining about something and never doing anything to try to change their circumstances.
1,000%.
Especially when it's just like fear holding them back.
Well, I feel like 95% of the things that most people bitch about are things they can change.
Yeah.
And I know that number sounds high as fuck, but listen to the people that are around you and listen to the things that they complain about. I promise you, they are the ones that are hindering themselves from moving forward.
And the last thing I'll say about things that make you mad is a big one for you, and it's when someone does something in contradiction. Like, if you know a guy who says, like, oh, I respect women, I don't cheat, I don't do X, Y, and Z, and then the next thing you hear about the guy was like, oh, he cheated on her, he hit her, and he stole her wallet, Like, you hate when someone does something in contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a big thing for you. And for you, it's like you always say, when someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Oh, yeah.
And so for you, if someone does something in contradiction of what they said, you automatically are like, okay, I'm done with you.
Yeah, consistency. I'm big on that. You know me.
Well, 4 for 4.
Do they have spiritual beliefs, and how do they affect their life choices?
This is a big one for us.
This is a big one for us. So I will say, no, you don't have spiritual beliefs, so they don't affect your life choices. Like, again, it goes back to how you think in black and white. Like, it's either wrong or right, or it's either good for you or it's not.
Yeah.
So because of how you think, you don't have, like, there's no spiritual belief that you have that can affect how you live life. But you are open to listening to people talk to you, and have a faith-based conversation.
I'm never going to shut it down, for sure.
Yeah.
You definitely have spiritual beliefs, and that came from your background, and it also comes from the fact that you are still alive after everything you've been through.
Yes.
After all the surgeries, after the cancer, after the losing of the eyesight, and even this relationship. I know that you feel that this relationship came at a time where you're losing your sight and you had all these other stresses, and your spiritual beliefs and your faith led you to me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
On it?
Yeah. Very good.
Thank you, Ani.
You're welcome.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
What are their defining moments?
What are the defining moments, he said?
Yeah, what are their defining moments? I'm not going to name all of yours, but I'll name a couple. I would say that time when you were 6 years old and you got to go to the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big defining moment for you. Meeting Elvis and your Z100 time was one of your defining moments.
Yep.
And then I'll also say losing your cousin last year
That's a big one.
is a big defining moment for you because it really shaped how you lived life in 2021.
It's true.
You really started prioritizing, what you wanted your relationship with your mom to look like, what you wanted your relationship with Dave to look like, what you wanted your relationship with your guy friends to look like. Are you willing to reconcile with people who have hurt you in the past? Like, you lived 2021 really making sure that things in your life were stable and good.
That's really good. I'm having a tough time with yours. Your defining moments. I can say anytime your grandma made your favorite cookies, because those would be the only things you ate.
Yeah.
If you didn't eat. Oh, or they couldn't get you to eat. Meeting Terica.
Oh, definitely.
That's a big defining moment. Your 21st birthday shenanigans. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. A personal moment that we won't really get into too much on the pod, but your mom winning the court battle.
Oh, definitely.
And expressing that she wasn't a drug junkie.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
And then I would say your grandma passing away.
Yeah.
And how that pushed you to, actually finish your book.
Yeah.
And that's another moment, too. The fact that when you had a finished product.
Definitely.
Those are some defining moments. Did I nail them, or did I disappoint you?
Oh, no, you did very good.
That was good?
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, here we go.
What is the most important to them?
All right. The most important to you, and I've answered this before already in another answer, is the friendships that you have been able to build with women specifically, because there's this constant idea that women cannot have women friends. That women are too catty to be friends. And trust me, I've subscribed to that for a very long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you have really taken it so far to show that, there's a group of females that can be friends and actually love, respect, honor their decisions, and support each other when all of you are down.
Yeah.
And that's with the snack pack. That's with Terica, who, if she feels, you feel. And I think that's what's most important to you. You know what I'm saying? What's most important to you is time with me and Rufus. When we are cuddled up on the couch watching something or reading a book, and we're reading a book together. Or if you're just reading and I'm laying next to you doing, watching videos on my phone.
Yeah.
That's important to you, that time. I know what's also important to you is taking care of the house or cooking me a meal and enjoying the satisfaction that I get when I eat your food.
Yes.
Or when I help you around the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's important to you because you weren't in a relationship where you didn't get that.
Yeah.
So those are the things I can think of off the top of my head.
I feel like I need to make a longer list.
No, if they're two good ones, make them two good ones.
So I would say for you, family is very important. There's nothing you wouldn't do for your family and vice versa. And based on the kind of home that you want to have, your relationship with your mom has always been solid. And so you always knew that you needed to have a solid partner that you could depend on. So definitely dependability is important.
Very true.
Transparency, having someone who isn't afraid to let their walls down, and then have you do the same, and know that it's not going to be used against you later. Like, it's really,
nailing it.
Yeah. And then I'll say your friendships are important to you. Like, you have your friends that are family, but your friendships, even with people who you're not that close to or you only talk a few times a year, you still make sure to show them that they're important. You reach out, you congratulate them on their wins, you ask them if they're okay when they have losses, everything in between. Like, showing people that they have someone is really important to you.
I would say so. Yeah. You got it, baby.
Thank you, honey.
How would they define success?
Oh, this is good. How do you think I would define success?
Oh,
you know I love money.
Yeah, you do love money. Honestly, I think that you would define success with knowing that you've achieved everything that you want to achieve as far as radio, BNF, voiceover, knowing that you achieved all of those things outside of the home, and then knowing that when you go home, you have a partner who's like genuinely going to be there for you. You have your dog, you have your kids, and you have peace. Like, for you, knowing that you have a comfortable, peaceful life is all the success that you want. Like, you don't have to be rich, but you also don't want to struggle.
So I'm going to keep this really short and say that same thing for you. I think that for you, success is a combination of happiness and comfort.
Yeah.
So the fact that you have a person that you can rely on now, the fact that you have a person that you wouldn't mind cooking for, submitting to, helping out in any way possible, giving the world to, I think that's success for you. I think success is seeing your partner succeed.
Yeah.
You know, you knowing that I'm happy and what makes me happy and how much I love the things that I do, that you like seeing that. That's success for you.
Definitely.
And everything you said about, comfort and happiness, like I say for you, includes Rufus, includes your girls' nights, includes, the relationship you have with your mom. You know what I'm saying? When you guys have mommy and daughter day.
Yeah.
Like that is, you feel successful. You're not rich. You know what I'm saying? But that stuff makes you feel emotionally rich.
I agree.
And you can't buy emotional wealth.
I agree.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
What kind of support do they need when they're stressed or sad?
This is tough for you because you don't really get stressed and you don't really get sad. Like, you deal with things as they come and you don't tend to overreact about things that you can't control. Like, that's just...
I love you. Thank you so
just
much for
don't do
saying that, actually.
like, I come to you and I'm like, oh my God, this, and this happened. And then you look at me and then you let me get it out. And then you're like, okay, we can handle this, and this right now. And we'll do this, and this tomorrow. Like, we don't have to deal with it all in the next 5 minutes. Like,
I truly believe in compartmentalizing.
yeah.
I do. I say for you, how you like to be, because you have a person that you don't mind being held by or at least next to. If you're stressed out or you're sad, you just want me to be there.
Yeah.
You want me to be at arm's reach.
Yeah.
And we can still be doing our own thing, but as long as you know that I'm not in a separate room, or I am not far away from you, or I'm not out of the house for too long, that is how you cope.
And that's what I was going to say, too, about when you're sad. Like, we just like being near each other. But even more than that, whenever I'm stressed or sad, I know that I can come hug you. And it's like a breath of relief. And so to have that with someone, it's so natural to want to be near them when you're feeling sad or you're feeling stressed.
Here's the next one.
What are they the most proud of about themselves?
Oh, this is so good.
Oh, God.
We're nailing it, by the way.
We are.
We're nailing it.
I'll say the thing that you're the most proud of is working with Elvis in that time in your life, because you wanted to be in radio since you were 6 years old. And so the fact that you have been able to work with Elvis, meet Charlemagne, work under Mark Anthony, like, you've achieved your radio goals. And a lot of people can't say that. So I would say that that's something that you're really proud of. Also, I'll say you're really proud of where you are in life right now. Like, you've found a level of security and comfort that you didn't think you were going to find. And I know that you're really proud of that.
That's so good. You're proud of your book. Something that you wanted to do. You wanted to tell your story. You wanted to put it out there that people take cancer and act like once it's over, it's over. And that they don't really realize that there's so much other shit that you have to deal with years after the cancer's gone. And that's a big thing. A lot of people don't really get to. And so you get to tell your story and be candid. And I think you're proud of that. You're proud of being able to tell your story and use your love for words and your love for books and take those two things and tell the world about what you went through and what you still go through today.
Yeah.
That's a proud moment. I think the other thing you're proud of the most is your independence. after all the crap that you went through with your ex, your long-term situation that you had, a lot of women can't come out of that and say they're independent. Most of the time, it's the guy who's making most of the money and putting everything up. But you are proud of the fact that you are so independent that it didn't matter what he did. It didn't matter how he reacted or whatever, because everything was yours.
Yeah.
You always had the upper hand, and I think that you're proud of always having that, especially throughout your 20s.
I agree.
Next one.
What can instantly light them up inside?
I don't. Are we saying light up in like a good way or the bad way? Is this up for interpretation?
Yeah. Is this is this rhetorical?
Can we pass?
I'll just say moments with your family and me, right?
Yeah.
When, you know, like one of the moments that I saw you light up so much with was Christmas and having your mom and your dad over and us just laughing and just BSing. That's a big thing. I also believe that, like, the relationship that I've been able to cultivate with your mom, because, you know, we've been alone.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, that makes you happy that the partner that you're with, your life partner, the person you love, gets along with one of your favorite women.
Yeah.
Jokes. When we joke around with each other, and sometimes it gets brutal around here. But when we joke around with each other and we could just fucking crack up, like, that is, I love that the most too.
Me too. I'll say for you, definitely anytime you get to walk down memory lane with someone that you haven't seen or spoken to in a while. You love stories from when you were young and like looking back on the person that you were and realizing who you are today. Definitely jokes for you too. Food.
Oh yeah.
Like you appreciate that I cook because that's not something you got to experience in your previous relationship. You did all the cooking. But the joy that you get when I cook for you and like it's really good. You get so excited.
I'm a fat guy. What do you want me to
and like when I introduce you to new black foods.
Oh yeah.
Like I wish we were recording the day you tried sweet potato pie. I lost your mind.
Even more so the catfish.
Oh yeah, the catfish.
When I tried the fried catfish for I was like, oh shit.
I'm mad you said it in the Gary Owen voice.
Oh my god. Here we go.
And how do they recharge their emotional batteries?
Sex.
I think that's I got nothing else for that. Thumbs up, honey.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah. All right. Can we be adults about this one? I will just say it like this. Intimate moments.
Isn't that still sex?
That includes sex.
Okay.
But I like when we shower together.
Me too.
I like when we're laid up on the couch with each other. I like when you come over and you sit on my lap in the office in the morning when you're just groggy as fuck. But you still come over to see me. And you're excited every time, and you lean into me. Like, that's literally what does it for me.
You know, it's the same. You recharge my emotional batteries. But also, for you, it's gunning with the guys. that really recharges you, especially when you're frustrated. Watching something that's funny, getting caught up on podcasts, like doing something mindless for a while always recharges you. When when it's not just cuddling on the couch with me and Rufus or time together.
That's good.
And for me, it's books. Like when it's not us together, I can get lost in the world of books until I'm ready to deal with stuff again.
And that's real. You can go a whole day reading books, not coming out of the room, and the next week I get a fun, happy-go-lucky Michele.
Yeah.
That's real.
It's good shit.
Good shit.
Do you feel like I missed something? Do you want to tell me your score? Add it in the comments.
I think we're great.
I think we're great too.
I think we're like beyond great.
I agree.
I think our score, you said 9 out of 12?
Yeah.
We got 12 out of 12.
12 out of 12. But it's because this relationship for both of us is so different. So we have a transparency with each other. We've prioritized things in the beginning that we let slide in the past. So we're on such an even keel because we put in the work.
Now, ask me questions like, what was that show that they used to ask couples? Like, what's their favorite color?
Like the newlywed game?
Yeah. What's their favorite color? Where's their best or their favorite place to eat? What's their favorite candy? Like that kind of stuff, I probably would fail if it was questions like that.
Yeah, we get like, what's the emotional support animal? Oh, well, sometimes, she carries around the dog, but...
I know she's got 2 teddy bears sitting up on the top of the closet that were her, you know what I'm saying, the loves of her life.
Yeah.
She had Jolly Ranchers for about 3 months.
Look, I'm so sad I'm out. It was so bad. You'd be like, what are you eating? You just roll over in the middle of the night. And you'd be like, can you not fall asleep with it in your mouth?
Wait till the morning. It's like telling a kid not to chew gum to bed.
Here's the thing. If you were more responsible, you would have taken them away from me.
Honey,
Uh-huh.
that is not a good idea.
Okay.
Do you understand the broken-hearted woman that I would have to deal with because I took something away from you?
Okay. All right. Calm down.
Okay.
That's nuts. Why did you say such a thing?
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you for bringing this one.
You're welcome.